What is up? Donnie Baker here with the LPR Sound Foundation. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. Welcome to Monday. Here we are, Monday morning. Hey, today I'm bringing you the tour, the studio tour of the B-Side Studio in Burbank, California. And we're finished. It's built, it's ready. I'm gonna show you around a little bit, show you what we did, why we did, when we did, how we did, stupid stuff like that. So, you guys are ready? Let's go. I've already filmed it. I'm just gonna throw it in here. Y'all know how it works. Let's go look at it. And here we are. Welcome to the B-Side. Ladies and gentlemen, B-Side Studio. All right, here's an overall look. I'll give you the bird's eye view, if you will. The iPhone camera view. All right, so this is B-Side Studio. We call it B-Side because it's the second one of Studio B. Okay, it's just in a new location. And that location happens to be Burbank. And the suite number that we're in is B. So we decided to go with B-Side Studio. There you go. Here we are. Welcome to B-Side Studio. There's the whiteboard that tells us what we're supposed to be doing every day. And of course, we got our New Orleans Saints banner. This is actually from the playoff game from the year that they won the Super Bowl. This was the one. Okay, and we look, Scully sitting on his ass like he always does. He just sits there, doesn't do much. He's a cool guy though. He's a great mascot to have around. You guys are gonna see a lot more Scully. He's gonna be here helping out for the duration. Okay, got a couple of the guitars there. The Tele copy and the big dreadnought for getting ideas down real quick. This is the podcast system. Let's start over here. This is the podcast system. When you guys see me on YouTube and stuff, this is where I film it. Okay, the camera is on. You can see me. I'm using the iPhone to record this part. Anyway, I sit here. We use a Rodecaster Pro 2 for the audio. Let me get the light out of the way. We use the Rode Pod mic. I think it sounds really good. I like how it sounds. Comes off really good on YouTube. There's the calendar. This is the software that we use to record all the videos. This is Ecamm Live. And when you see me go live on YouTube and Twitch and all that every Sunday, that's what we're using. I do use a Stream Deck. Stream Decks are invaluable. You'll see one over there on the console as well. These things, the Stream Decks are just, they make life so simple. Here I can switch cameras. I can look at different views. I can throw different scenes. I can throw my name up on there, that kind of stuff. This desk is a Home Depot desk. It came from Home Depot. It's the Husky standing desk. It's awesome, man. You got these drawers, keep all my stuff in, keep all my pieces and parts and stuff like that. It is pretty cool. Now, this thing normally fits in this little cubby over here. You see the light. I got a wall panel there. I'm just using it for some storage right now to keep track of some other lights and stands and things like that. But let me back up a little bit and give you the world view of this. This is kind of where it is. It's supposed to be in that little cubby, but I pull it out. So what you see in the background, is actually the console and stuff over here. Okay, so this is kind of the way that I've set it up. So you get to see this stuff in the background when I'm doing this stuff, when I'm live or making videos or whatever. Anyway, here is the memorabilia from ES Audio. It's the neon sign from ES Audio. It's actually metal. A buddy of ours made this for us, and it's pretty cool. This is the bookshelf. You guys might recognize some of the stuff on the bookshelf here. But there's a couple of guitar amps. Peter Griffin, can't live without him, you know what I mean? So Barks Root Beer bottle way in the back over there. I know y'all know what that is. Anyway, books, and yes, I've read all these books. A couple of guitar amps, some storage down there in the bottom. Anyway, got another shelf here with some current books that I'm looking at, my journals, things like that. Magic Mouse in case I feel like pulling that out. But this is the book I'm currently reading, Donald Miller, Building a Story Brand. It's really good. I like it. It's eye-opening, if you will. Over here, we have the producer desk. Down here, we have the amps for the speakers. There's a Behringer amp for the NS10s, and a what is that? That's a Kenwood for the Auratones. All I have in here are NS10s and Auratones. Okay, that's all I need. I don't need big monitors in this room. I'm just mixing. When we get to the equipment over here, I'll show you why we're doing what we're doing. This is when I do tutorials with say Pro Tools or Studio One or Luna. I'm sitting here, and this camera is looking at me sitting here. So I've got a little monitor here so I can see what's going on. But I switch cameras with the ATEM. I've got an ATEM ISO Extreme, and I can put 8 cameras. I actually only use 2. One input would be the Pro Tools, and the other input would be this camera. So there you go. So we kept the Allen & Heath console in here. This is an Allen & Heath GS3000. The S stands for Studio. It is a recording console, as you can see right there. And yeah, I'm running signal through right now, but I've got the sound turned down because we don't need to get a strike today on YouTube for copyright anything. The GS3000, man, the EQ is really well done. It reminds me a lot of SSL, the way it routes, the way the auxiliaries route. The auxiliaries have the extra effects button like an SSL, so you can actually use the recording faders as auxiliary faders if you need to. This system in here, with this system in here, we have 2 Apollos. We have an Apollo 8P, and we have an X16, which gives us 24 in and 24 out. Now, we're not gonna be recording like we used to with the drums and things like that. We're very little recording, actually. This room is set up for mixing, mastering, building, pre-production, things like that. Now, there's the other Stream Deck, the other Elgato Stream Deck. Man, this thing honestly is invaluable when it comes to working with softwares like Pro Tools, Studio One, things like that. So anyway, yes, I do use the VSX. I do enjoy those, so I can check things in the car. I can check things at other studios. But like I said, let me come back. I'll give you the world view of this. Like I said, man, I'm NS10s and Auratones all day. Mostly NS10s. There is a sub, but I don't use it. Anyway, so over here we have the racks. There's the laptop with the emails on it. There's the old ES Audio sign and the light. Okay, so in the wall treatments, the room treatments are the panels from the old Studio B, and just hung some decorative stuff on there. Anyway, here are the racks. This is the main rack. Well, this is actually the main rack with the patch bay. Now this patch bay, all the stuff in the racks are on this patch bay. The main thing I use in this room is the SSL Bus Plus, Solid State Logic, and the Bus Plus. That's the main thing that I use in this room. It's on all the time. I run the master fader into that all the time. Doesn't matter. I mix to it, I master to it, it's on everything, okay? So here is one of the racks. This is the main rack. Yeah, we still burn CDs sometimes, so we do have a CD burner in there. That's the Alesis, that's the Alesis Glassmaster Maker. I guess you call it the master CD burner. Yeah, I kept the, I still have my Neve 1081s. I love the EQ on there. Below that, we have the SSL 500 stuff, the VHD pre's, which we don't use that much. We use it for line level stuff if we have to boost something. But the EQ and the dynamics do get a lot of use. Got a Charisma. I have a Lexicon 550 for delays. It's pretty good, but you know what? I prefer the delays in the box on those. Dude, Yamaha SPX 90s. I've got 3. I've got 2 regulars and a SPX 92, which I do use I use these mostly for reverbs, and I do use them quite often. I send an auxiliary send through there and then bring it back on a channel if I need to. This is the Sony multi-effects processor, the DPS V55, which there's some great delays in there, and I do use those. Over here, this is our mobile rig. This is a rig that can go out to the field if it needs to. Say somebody wants to record some stuff in their Airbnb, they came to town or whatever. In here, I've got an Apollo 8P, and I've got a Neve 1073 with an EQ, and of course we have the TubeTech CL1B in this rack. This is the rack that goes out, and of course we have the Sony C800G microphone that goes with it, complete with we have a Chaotica eyeball and some other room treatments that are portable that we can bring with us. Okay, so if you guys do decide that you know anybody want to come to your house and record you, we got you. And below that we have the Avalon. Now I'm not a big fan of the Avalon as a pre, but I do enjoy the EQ and the compressor on that, especially for bass. Below that I've got a 21176, which is basically 2 channels of the Universal Audio 1176. It's just it's the same circuits and everything. It's just in one case. Now below that we have the Clark Technic. These are surprisingly well done. This is the KT76. These are surprisingly well done. They sound great. I run drums through there, man. It's pretty awesome. And below that, of course, we have our LA4s, Uri LA4s. These are from 1977. I have a couple of DBX 166s down there. And surprisingly, again, the Alesis 3620, I believe it is, and compressor. So those are all really well done. This is a utility rack. Yeah, that is a Pioneer PL5. What is that? A PL550? 560. Yes, we do use it. And this, honestly, let me tell you a little story about this. This was my turntable when I was a kid, and a teenager really. And I lived in, from Louisiana. And this actually survived Katrina. This is one of the items that survived from the family home. It's one of the only items that survived Katrina. It's still got Katrina mud on the power cable, and I left it on there because it's really well done. I had to redo the feet on. I had to buy aftermarket feet because the feet got wet. The water came up to the feet on this thing, but didn't get on it. So there we have a utility rack, just with some drawers and some other things in there. And then, of course, back over to Scully, because he's just sitting there doing nothing. So the back wall is these are sound absorbing curtains, if you will. They're really thick. We've got them from where did we get these? We got these from a theater company, people that supply theater stuff. So they're extra thick, so they absorb the sound. The room sounds really good. I like how the room sounds. I've done a couple of mixes in here so far that have been released, and the clients really like it so far. So there you go. Actually, one of my clients, and you know who you are, sent me a text a couple of days after I finished the mix. He sent me a text. He said, "Bro, this is the best mix you've ever done." So I'm thinking maybe it's just my outlook on the new studio and how it feels or whatever. And that mix, honestly, dude, that mix was a minimal mix. I mean, I think on the whole song, I think I only used 5 plugins. And it was surprising. It came out really well. I like the room. The room sounds great. The way the room is set up, the way it's positioned, the way I sit. It's really working for me. So if you do have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out. I'll leave the email here in the bottom. So go grab that. And if you need any help building or designing anything that you got coming up or anything you want to do, a home studio, a commercial studio, whatever you got, I'm willing to help you out. Just give me a holler. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for touring the studio with me. We'll see you on the next one. So that was the tour of the B-Side Studio in Burbank, California. We're not recording. We don't have a live room, so we're not recording anyone anymore. As a producer, if I do need to record somebody, I'm taking them to another studio. I just recorded some drums over at Sunset Sound. Let me tell you, amazing. If you guys are in the local area, go check out Sunset, man. That place has got some history. It's amazing. It even smells good in there, man. It's awesome. So, hey, the ebook, man, the ebook is still available. I want y'all to go grab it. The Audio Business Growth Guide. Go to learnprorecording.com/studio growth formula. Get your copy at download free. It's easy. It's awesome, man. It gets you started on building your studio, whether it's a home studio, commercial studio, or whether you're working at another studio, it's a freelance audio engineer, whatever, what have you. It's going to help you advance your career. It's going to help you maybe quit your day job. Let's try it. Do that. So, man, it is awesome doing this for a living because you get to, I don't have a schedule, bro. I just wake up when I wake up and I go to the studio and then I'm like doing cool stuff and it's just fun, man. I don't know. I honestly don't think I could have a real job. No offense to anybody who's got a real job. You guys are great and you're keeping it together. I personally couldn't do it. I don't think I could. I'm going to consider myself unemployable at this point. So there you go. Hey, man, I got this really cool thing I'm working on. And I want to invite you. I haven't scheduled anything yet. It's just still in the work. It's still in the working. But I do want to mention it because I want you guys to start thinking about it. I'm calling it the 5-day minimal mix challenge. Now, what this means is that I'm going to show you how to mix minimal, not with those crap. I almost said the S word. Not with a crap ton of plugins. You don't need a crap ton. You just need a few. Honestly, man, I just mixed a song for one of my old clients. He's not old, but he's, I've been working with him for man, more than a decade. I've been mixing his stuff and I did a minimal mix just to try it, just to see how it was going to work out. Bro, he texted me like 2 days later after listening to it, over and he listens to it in the car. He usually has notes and he sends me back notes. He did have a note. He said it was too loud. So I turned it down a little. Who says stuff's too loud? No, it was a little bit too loud. So I turned it down a little bit. But he literally said on the text, he said, bro, this is the best mix you've ever done. I'm like, bro, I used like 4 plugins on your stuff. And I'm serious. I only used maybe 5. I think I had something on the master fader when I output it. We'll go ahead and count that as a plugin. But 5 plugins on the entire mix. It was a full band, bro. Had drums, bass, guitar, keyboards, vocals, lead vocals, and background vocals. 5 plugins. And that's what I'm going to talk about with you with the 5-day minimal mix challenge. So I haven't scheduled anything. I haven't even put it together. I just had an idea. I said, let me show you what minimal mixing can do. And it's going to make your mixing faster and better. I mean, what else do we want to do except get more mixes done in a day and get them done better? So the clients keep coming back and telling us, hey, that was the best mix you've ever done for me, bro. So that's what I'm gonna share with you. Probably next week, next Monday, when we do the video next Monday, I'll have more information on how and when and why and where and how much and stuff like that. So stick with me on that one. Just have that in the back of your mind because next week, make sure you go down there and subscribe. Go down there right now and subscribe so you get notified when these videos come out. So next week you don't miss the 5-day minimal mixing challenge offer. So I will see you next week. Have a great week, man. Get out there, do some work, build your studio, build your business. Come on, let's go. If you do need help, I will, let me throw an email up here. Go, just shoot me an email, man, info@learnprorecording.com. Anytime, any place, I'm here for you. We will see you, I'll see you next week. Have a great week, everybody. Donnie B, I'm out.